We're about to go live. Just hang tight. We'll be going live pretty soon here. Just hang tight. We're going to be going live real soon. Okay, we're going to be talking about GMB prospecting along with some Google My Business audits. All right, if you have a website you want me to audit, make sure to drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to get to it. We got quite a few audits to do, and we're going to talk about how to prospect. So we'll be going over all that. Okay. So just bear with me. We're going to be here for about an hour, and then after this, we got class. Pull this over here. Got a questions to answer. All right. Ken. First audit is going to be for Clean Pools, Arizona. So if you look at this website, what's the number one thing I'm going to tell everybody to look at? So before we even start there, let's go ahead and go to our Google My Business Toolkit. If you don't have it, make sure to comment in the video and I will definitely send it over to you. Okay, good morning from the West Coast, Dan Taylor. You're up mighty early. West Coast, USA. What is it like? 3 a.m. or something over there? Putting in the work. All right. In the GMB toolkit, I'll have several things. How to reverse engineer your competition, competitor categories, your entire audit report. This is what you're going to want to stick with. Okay, and I give this away for free. Nobody else does this sort of thing. This is your foundational SEO task sheet that you want to look at. Okay, you go through the foundation, user experience, performance, technical SEO, content, one page EAT. Okay, off page SEO and local SEO. Then we also have a GMB task sheet. And I literally tell you exactly what tools I'm using and as well as the services that I sell in regards to this. If you don't want to do it yourself, I'll do it for you, have my team do it for you. But some questions we always want to ask, especially when we're touching GMB, maybe they do, maybe they don't have a GMB. If no GMB exists, then obviously we need it. Do they have citations? We verify their name, address, phone number consistently throughout the website, across the internet, across citations. Check their website for local elements, trust links, structured data. A lot of what you see me going over in these classes are going to be checking your website for those local GMB or Google signals. Okay. Then we're going to perform the Melissa data check on address and note any discrepancies. You're going to do that by going to melissa.com. And yes, there's a website called melissa.com and it is legit, and you definitely use it for Google My Business, checking your address and discrepancies. Okay. Then we're going to audit the name if possible, audit the phone if possible, and any other data. Okay. After we verify all of this information in this sheet, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to complete a competition audit report. And that's where these other audit reports in here for a competition audit come in place. And I have 3 of your top competitors, what's the common denominators, etc. Okay, so this is why you want the Google My Business or GMB toolkit that I've created, because I have all this information in here. We're going to take a look and we're going to evaluate the top 5 in the competition, at least the top 3. We're going to look at what's the latitude and longitude of the business. What do you mean, what's the latitude and longitude? I find that out by going to this little place called Wikipedia, right? So, for example, in St. Louis, we can look at what is the latitude and longitude of St. Louis, which is down here. It gives you coordinates right underneath this map. Okay, it's very important. How far is your GMB away from the direct latitude and longitude of what's in Wikipedia? It's been shown through test after test that the closer your GMB is to those latitude and longitude, the easier your life's going to be in trying to rank it. Okay. Is the keyword in the business name? Is the location or city in the business name? What's the website link? What's their categories? Hours of operation, payment methods, description, how many reviews, most recent post date. Are they posting on a daily basis or once in a while? Okay. Total image uploads. How many images are they uploading in the past 90 days? Are they replying to reviews, and how many words are they using? Are they using the keywords and cities in the review? Okay. Do they have their services listed? Do they have their products listed? Do they have the description of those products filled out? The pricing filled out? How many words are each on product or menu items are being used? Okay. How many posts are they doing? Once a week, 5 times a week, 20 times a week? How often? Are they using different categories like specials, coupons, etc.? What's the type of copy being used? Is it short and sweet? Is it funny? Is it memes? What are they using? All right. How many words are they placing in each product? Are they utilizing more info links? Where are the more info links pointing to? Are they utilizing offer posts, coupons, type of body or the type of copy or text are being used in those specials? Like Taco Tuesday or whatever they're trying to push, whether that be pest control audits or pest control or mildew removal or whatever they're trying to do. Where are the more info links pointing to? Is it a location page? Is it the actual blog post? Is it the service page? What is it pointing to? Are they utilizing event posts? Once again, what type of copy is being used in their event posts? Are they utilizing more info links? Where are the more info links pointing to when it comes to the events? So each type of post, like an announcement, an event, a offer, all has its own type of text and then info. Where is this information pointing to? We want to get deep into their GMB of our competition and find out exactly what they're doing versus what someone wants to tell us how to rank a GMB or Google My Business or a website, and they've never had any real experience in doing it. Okay. Do they have location pages or what I call geocentric pages on the website? Most people will not. And if they do, they don't have them set up the way we set them up with the information from Google. If you don't know what I mean, you're going to have to see it in one of my websites or in the Google My Business Reloaded because we go over that in our paid courses. Do they have multiple GMBs? Many of these people, especially lead generation and rank and rent, they have not just 1 or 2 GMBs, they may have 20, 30, 40 GMBs, especially in an entire state, and sometimes 4 or 5 or more in one city, and then they dominate the entire city. All right, then we go down here to Google My Business or GMB optimization process. How do we optimize a GMB? All right, we're going to go, what's the image optimization and geotagging for on-page SEO and high DA sites? We're going to use GeoImager. Okay, you can take your keywords, your latitude, longitude, your EXIF data, and insert it into an image. I wouldn't do it on a Google My Business, but that, because they're going to scrape it, right, when you go to upload it, and it's not going to be utilized. But you can still do it on your own website, your own Web 20 assets, and other websites. Okay, and that information is used on every one of our agency sites. We insert the latitude and longitude and EXIF data on every single image. We're going to be talking about it in my reloaded GMB masterclass as well later on, but we check for that. Are you using one primary category and just use a maximum of 3 other subcategories, right? You want to use 20 different categories. And I go over how to take and find out what's your category. What should it be? You go to plepper.com and you can look at the categories. Here's Plepper. If you don't use this tool, you need to. Okay, go under Tools. It's free. Google My Business categories. Let's say I'm going to choose, for example, auto glass shop. And that's going to be my main category. Right? There's nothing here to show you. But in most categories, let's pick a different one and show you. Let's say for existence, accounting school. It's not showing it right now, but normally what I do is show you related categories. If you choose it, Plepper's down right now, but it's going to show you the related categories, and that's why it's very important to use that. Have you added your hours? Make sure you add your phone number. This is old. We can no longer utilize a short name. If you have a short name, that's one thing, but you can only delete it. You cannot edit it or add it. Google got rid of that not too long ago. Do you have an appointment link? Are you utilizing the menu if you're a restaurant for all your food items, i.e. your menu items? Are you using the same name as on the page? If you're just now jumping in, make sure to drop some questions. I'll get to them once we're done through with this, and then we're going to do an audit. Are you using 750 words to describe each menu item that you're making, such as the main keyword plus the geolocation? Are you utilizing products to mirror each service that you provide on your website? If I do, for example, landscaping, I better damn well have a landscaping product on my GMB and utilize 750 words to describe the product along with your geolocation and your main keyword. All right, then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same thing with services. I'm going to make sure all my services are there. Have I added and optimized a business description of 750 words? Google will only show the first 250 words, but you can put 750 in there. Did you add a date of opening? Have you optimized the question and answers? You need to be putting in 10 questions every month and answering them. You can actually use various Google or Gmail accounts to submit questions to a GMB, and then you go into the back end of your GMB and answer those questions. They want to be around the services and service pages that you provide, and your answers should have the same related information. that mirrors your website? Are you adding photos inside and outside the business? And number two, especially if you're a SOB or service area business, make sure you're uploading, your contractors have the GMB app on their phone. So when they're done with the job, they can upload an image of that job from the location of the job. Trust me, this is a trick you don't want to miss, and you want to definitely use if you're using contractors, okay? The next thing we're going to do is set up our foundational entity network, what most people call an entity network or an IFTT network. And then here's all the sub networks, you know, FeedSpot, Feedly, Gravatar, Pocket, Toledo, Trello, Weebly, WordPress, YouTube, IFTT, you know, your whole gamut. Entity network power-ups. Then I'm going to use top data aggregators such as Data Axle, Newstar, Localese, Foursquare. Then I'm going to get into top tier 1 citations such as maps, such as Google Maps, such as Angie's List, etc. Then set up your geo pages or your location or geocentric pages. A geocentric page is a page that lists out all your services and then basically lists out, if you're, let's say, in Dallas, Texas, that whole page is optimized towards and around Dallas, Texas. The images we're going to pull from there, things to do, places go, restaurants, nearby places, are all going to be from that specific area around that business. You're going to set up tracking. You're also going to create a Zapier GMB review Facebook post, and I have that listed here. You're going to set up local keyword tracking report. I have that in all-in-one Power Suite. You're going to set up a Google Entity or OMGRYS stack. That is your Drive stack. Then you're going to do advanced schema. Then we're going to get in, after we've done all that, we're going to get into our, if you will, monthly GMB. That everything we just talked about is just to lay the foundation right. Most people do not succeed in SEO because they do not lay the foundation down correctly. That's the bottom line. If you could lay the foundation right, generally speaking, you're not going to have a hard time when it comes to SEO. You only have a hard time when you don't lay the foundation right. Then everybody's wondering, well, why I'm not ranking? Why am I not doing this? And I ask them, for instance, well, do you have a content strategy? And they're like the deer in the headlights, look, don't know what the hell you're talking about. Well, when you have a content strategy, keyword strategy, linking strategy, all this is foundational basic SEO. And then we get into for GMB, are you posting at least 5 days per week? Are you adding at least 10 photos a month? Are you doing advanced cloud stacks? Are you doing at least 10 Q&As a month? Are you responding to reviews? Are you writing a 1,500 plus word blog every month? Preferably putting out at least 4 press release, 4 blogs per month. Okay. Are you using niche relevant backlinks and powering up your backlinks? This sheet right here, if you do not have it, just simply email me at philamrush@gmail.com. It's FILAMRUSH@gmail.com. I literally lay out in the spreadsheet all the tools I use, if I use a tool, and then over here we have a done for you service. If you want to order it from us, you just click on the links and then we'll literally do all of it for you. Okay? It's no problem whatsoever. Now, let's go on to an audit. But besides that, I mean, I have this whole toolkit probably has like 20 sheets in there. For instance, this is the GMB Crush, who I'm a partner with, their toolkit. What are you going to check for? What's your business information? What's the email you're going to use? Password to manage citations. Do you have any previous business location information? You know, then we're going to do a GMB audit. This is their audit sheet. It goes on and on and on. There's hundreds and hundreds of questions. Most people that act like they know what the hell they're talking about when it comes to GMB don't have a clue. When you go to the guys at Google My Business or GMB Crush or someone like myself, I mean, we're going to ask these sort of questions. We don't look at this as, you know, just some fly-by-night business where you really don't know what the hell you're talking about. We want to look at every aspect, every inch, every nook and cranny of the GMB. And when I want to beat someone, I want to look for every weakness and I want to look for every strength. Okay, so that's just one part of the GMB toolkit. Then I also have an audit form in here. So when you're auditing your competition, you look at all this information and take note of it. Makes it very easy for you. Then I also have the GMB post form. It shows you in my SOP exactly how I do GMB posts. And it makes them effective. Then I also how to reverse engineer your competition. It's the GMB audit process, etc. It seems very simple, but it's very effective. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right in and go into audit this website. So Ken, this website right here, you want me to look at these two? We're going to go ahead and look at them. They're in the markets with a lot of competition. You know, the GeoGrid report, they're struggling. They basically want to know what they could do. Okay, I'm just reading through everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right in. So, okay, someone's asking a question. The email that you need to send anything to is Phil Amrush. It's FILAMRUSH@gmail.com. Again, that's FILAMRUSH@gmail.com. Another question someone asks is, what's up? I have a question. Is there a way to verify GMBs if I'm doing GMB services in a third world country? Yes, there is. I live in a third world country. I live in the Philippines. You just think of it this way. I know we've heard this saying time and again, where there's a will, there's a way. Well, that's ever true. I live in the Philippines in the middle of the mountains. I'm not in a major city. I'm in a third world country. If you'd like to use that term, I prefer not to. I don't believe in that stuff. All right, so on this website, the tools I'm going to utilize, it is called, for example, SEO Meta in one click. It shows me the headers, the information I want to pull, but I'm also going to look at this from a manual point of view. So in a manual point of view, I look at this and I go, okay, what's the big call to action? So when I scroll, I want there to be a sticky menu, which there is. However, you have your main call to action, which I'm going to assume is a phone number up here and your email up here and Facebook and social media. This phone number should be a big orange button, just like this orange button right here, that stays in this menu. I would pull this menu to the left some, put a big bright ass orange button right here that says get started today. All right. Next thing is this phone number needs to be clicked to call. So if I hover over, I should be able to click it and it calls and it's doing nothing. You have the email set to click the email, but not the phone number. Okay, so your main keyword or your H1 that you have right here, I'm going to assume is this. Let's see. Yep, welcome to J&J Pools. That's your main H1. Your main H1 should be number one, the main keyword you're trying to get ranked for, which is swimming pool service and cleaning service, right? In your specific area, whatever city that may be. The problem is your main keyword for your H1 you're using is just welcome to J&J Pools. I would change this completely and get rid of this and put your main keyword up here as an H1 as expert swimming pool service and cleaning with your city. Get started today. Why not throw in another keyword in here that says start your pool service today? Okay. Your H1 is reality is almost below the fold. It's right here. Anything above the fold is where I can see above the fold, or what is in your line of vision. It's right here is your actual H1. Then the hyperlinking or textual linking you're using right here is just to J&J pools, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. Okay, let's see even where you have this going to. That definitely makes no sense. You're sending them to a sales funnel. You're sending them away from your website. So as we scroll, I like this. You have more a button, or what we call a call to action. You want to scroll, have information, call to action. Scroll, information, call to action. So maintenance. I'd put in pool maintenance, pool repairs, pool specialty services, pool filters, and so on and so forth. Don't just put maintenance. Maintenance for what? Repairs for what? Emergency service for what? We want to put our keywords in there. All right, we got this. I like the fact we got our GMB. I'm going to assume these are your GMB, but I don't know without seeing it, and it doesn't look like it is. So when I put it in GMB, I do a GMB Google My Business review embed. So these assets would be tied to Google My Business listing. These are just textual linkings. I put an embed, and then I also on the home page, I put the textual links, and I make sure those textual links are also linked over to the actual GMB profiles of the people that left the reviews. Your blog or pool tips right here, we'll look at those in a minute, and then I'll look at your GMB in a minute. And they're going to do a full audit for you. So on your home page, just for example, let's see how many keywords you have. The tool I'm going to use for that is Word Counter Plus. And it tells me on this you only have 509 words on the home page. That's nowhere near enough. Let's go to maintenance. So on maintenance, let's see how many words we got here too. 231, even worse. So I can tell you right off the bat, one of the things you're going to have to do besides the things I've already pointed out is add more content. You don't have nowhere near enough content. Let's look at repairs. It's going to be the same thing. What type of repairs? I'd want to put pool repairs in the main city or your location. And your main location, according to the GMB, is in Hendersonville, Nevada. Okay, and you have all your service areas, which is good. See, and you're doing it here, but you should have did this on the main part of the website for your main service areas. And I see you're doing the location pages the way I've done them and the way I've taught. So that's good. But overall, your website needs more content. Okay, now let's go. The other thing is you don't have embedded on your home page your actual GMB. Actually, let's see if you do. There you do. Okay, so let's go down here. And now let's go over to your GMB and take a look at this. So you got 52 reviews. You're not responding to your reviews. You need to respond to your reviews. Always make sure while you're in here, you click the like up on your good reviews and send some more signals to your GMB. All right, you're not posting enough. You got July 8th. You do have it set out the way I would, which is have your main location, but you're just, it's not your full setup, not the full way that we would want to do this. We'd want to do this at least 5 days a week, right? And we want to go in here and always click on your reviews, respond to your reviews, everything. Okay, let's look at some more. I don't see the products. I don't see the services. All right, so that's that aspect of it. Let's go ahead and pull an actual audit report. The tool I'm going to use for this is on linkassistant.com. I am not an affiliate of it, but it's just something I use. And I'll show it to you real quick. It's linkassistant.com. You can download these tools or pay for them to use them. Mine are the paid version. So we're going to pull this real quick and see how much more of on-page SEO needs to be done. We can go back here while that's running and look at the, not that one, but look at the blogs, because that's the second website. So on the blogs, let's see, your blog should be about 1,500 words, right? And this is not going to be nowhere near that. So I do a blog, it's going to be 1,500 words. Once I do the blog, I'm then going to take it to Wave Video Maker, put the blog inside Wave Video Maker, make a video out of it, upload it onto YouTube, optimize it the way I teach in the class with my YouTube stack, then embed it once again on the blog. And then I'm going to take the same video, I'm going to embed it inside of a press release for every blog I ever do. Okay? And trust me, those things are powerful. I'm not just telling you these things without having practiced it. This is stuff I use. I use it all the time. I have taken sites that aren't ranking and do just these few things, and then they get ranking. It just depends on your area and how much effort you're going to put in. Some people will be fine. They just want to do one blog, but then others are, let's go metal to the floor and push out as many press releases, at least 4 a month, and then take those and put them in the YouTube, do the video, do the whole stack. You have 1,247 issues found, 12 are errors, 2 are warnings, and 1,200 of them are just info issues. All right, the main thing we want to look for, got to get these 400 status codes fixed. We got to get, you have 1 broken link fixed. You have do follow external links. I don't really care about that. So that's 699 taken care of. The other ones that you want to take care of is your 11 meta descriptions that are duplicated. Then you got 434 missing alt tag. What is an alt tag? An alt tag, for instance, if I click on this image and I want to inspect it and see what it's named, first off, let's see what you named it. So when you uploaded this photo, you just named it spa like apart as one word. No spaces, makes no sense. There's no keyword mentioned in there. There's no location mentioned in there. That's your first mistake. Then the second mistake, if we look at it, is let's see, what is the alt tag, or do you even have one in here? You do on this case. Expert swimming pool service and cleaning, Las Vegas, Nevada. Perfect. But you're missing it on quite a few of the images according to our report. And I will send this over to you and give you the actual details so you can fix these if you want, or you could hire me to fix them. Now let's go over to your actual GMB, and I'm going to run a local Falcon report, and we're going to see what we can get for you. So if we're going to look for that specific keyword, see if I can do a local Falcon report tonight, because local Falcon's been giving some issues lately. Just going to log in. Let's run a scan. Let's search. Search. This is called localfalcon.com. I use it to run all my GeoGrids currently. At one point I was using not local Falcon, but local Valken and local Viking, and you know, local Viking went down, so I'm not using them. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to use them, but we'll see. There we go. All right. So your main keyword is pool cleaning. We want to go for pool cleaning or swimming pool cleaning, but something along those lines. Pool cleaning. So let's run a scan, and we're going to wait, and I will also send this report over to you as well. But we want to see where you're starting at. We want to have a baseline report even if you're working with another SEO or you are an SEO yourself. That way we can see where we started at and where we're at now. That's why I post a lot of these. A lot of times you'll see me posting them. And for instance, this one's not going to be very good at all. You're nowhere in the top. You're likely, it says 20 plus. If I run another report, which I will do, is on Rank Tracker, which is with Link Assistant again. And it will tell me, for instance, are you number 30, 40, 50? Because in this case, it's showing me you're nowhere to be found. Okay, so we'll pull this up. We'll go back over to jnjpools.com and run this report. Stop it as soon as it starts. Close it. Yes. No. Cancel. And hit preferences. And we're going to choose remove Yahoo. I don't really care about Yahoo right now. Put in the maps and mobile. So that's why I mainly want to look. And now we're going to hit check all and see exactly where you're at, right? For any keywords. Are you even ranking? So if I was to take out your branded names like J&J Pools, J&J, and all that, you're not going to be ranking, right? What I'm looking for mainly is terms that people are going to be looking for, like a pool tech, pool services, stuff like that. So according to this, you're hanging out around page 3 or 4. I'm going to let that run, and then I'm going to run it completely. I don't really care for all these J and J. If you were Air Jordan or someone actually knew your business name, then I would say stick with it. All right, the only one you're in the top 3 in the local pack for is Santan Ranch, Arizona pool resurfacing, and it has 0 searches a month. The other ones, you're on page 3, but we're more interested, where are you at whenever I look at the Google Maps? So we're going to wait for this, and then I'll send that over to you as well. This right here, we're going to view. We're going to go to scan report. And now hit map image. I'm going to hit save this image. This is for J&J. And I'll send that over to you as well. So let's look at your reports. You're at 24% visibility. Not great, not terrible, but it's a good baseline, something that gives me to work with. If I go by search engine, on the maps, it's where I'm mainly concerned with. You're not even in the top 50. You're nowhere to be found. So that one you have a lot of work with. It'd probably take me about 3 months to start really getting you in the green. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I'm going to send this over to you as well as your audit. All right, let's go over to the next one, which is going to be green to crystal clear pools. And we're going to run an audit report on this one, and we're going to run a ranking report on it as well. And we're going to go ahead and hit preferences, or stop this real quick. Yes, no, cancel preferences, go to preferred search engines, add in the maps, add in the mobile, remove Yahoo. It's not what I'm interested in right now. Hit check all. Get rid of this green to crystal clear pools, branded name search. Yeah, you got a lot of just keywords in here that don't make any sense. We'll go over to the website and take a look. So On this website, you don't even have a sticky menu. You have no call to action at the top. The call to action you have in the hero banner area, which is right here, does not have a proper H1. We're going to look at your headers. So you have a proper H1 on this one, except you need to add your actual location, which you don't have in it. Your H2s, all that looks good. Your call to actions right here kind of get lost because they're not bright and they don't pop out. You want your call to actions to pop. Okay. Then as we scroll down, your menu doesn't follow you. You need that to be a sticky header menu. Free ad like this. I like this. I like the layout. I would want to add in your terms in here: pool maintenance, emergency pool, service, pool repairs, specialty pool services. You got that embedded, but you don't have any reviews embedded. You don't have the textual reviews embedded. We're going to open up the map while we wait on everything else. And let's see how many words or content you have on this page. Word counter for that one, you only got 386 words. So we need to add a hell of a lot more content on this entire website. I can guarantee it 100%. Get straight to the point when we talk about this. You don't have enough content once again. All right, we got our service area pages, but service areas, I know you've done them probably just the way I've taught in class. Or had us do them. But once again, you don't have enough content because you don't have enough page content. So first things, when I'm looking at all this, I want my advanced schema, but I want my content done first. Content is king. All right, you have to have your content done correct. Then after I get my content done correct, first we fix all of our audit issues, and then we get our content. You have another 1,200 issues on this that need to be fixed. I'm going to send this report over. You got broken links, duplicate meta descriptions, empty alt tags, etc. I'm going to publish this, send this one over to you as well. And then we'll go over to the website again. All right, on your ranking report, it's still running. Let's look at so you got this all in here. Now let's look at your GMB. Your GMB, does not have your main keyword. It does not have anything about pool repair or pool service, just as green to clear crystal pools. Doesn't tell me anything about what you're doing. You have 121 reviews. None of them are responded to. None of them are clicked on. None of them are liked. You need to get that done. Your posts are being done. That's good. They're being done the way I teach. Don't see your products, but I believe your products are already on here. If we go to the front, let's look. So if we go down here, you do have all your products listed. You have the content, okay? You have the description, you have the learn more links, and they're linked over to the actual service pages. You do have your description in here, which is good. You were posting, it looks like, on almost a daily basis for a bit. Yep. And then somewhere along the line, you stop. Now, let's run a GeoGrid report on this too. According to this report, you're ranking about 41%, but those are all keywords, none of which no one's going to be looking for. The best keyword you got in here is this one, which I don't even know what the hell that's for, because that has nothing to do with pool service. I'd almost want to remove all this and put in your main location, which is Queen Creek. Okay, Queen Creek, Arizona is your main keyword. If we were to take pool service, let's remove all this garbage And we're going to add some keywords. Pool maintenance, right? Pool service, pool cleaning. Just giving you some examples. And then we type in Queen Creek. Just for an example. And we're going to run that report. Now let's go over to local Falcon and run a scan report for you. Once again, if we go to your main page, it is pool service or pool cleaning. And it's not even finding your GMB. Let's try a different way. Green to crystal clear pools. That don't even make sense, but that's just me. Nothing's found. So I can't do the GeoGrid report on that. But if we look at this, we can already tell you you're at 27% visibility using those terms. If we go down here into the report and maps, you're nowhere to be found in the top 3 for pool cleaning, pool maintenance, or pool service. You're only found when we add in the hyper localized term of Queen Creek. And even then, right here, you're in the top 10. Here, you're in the top 20. I could get these terms easily put in the top 1, top 3 pack within a month. These all will take a lot of time. I say a lot of time, I need about 3 months, and I can get this entire GMB with content, with proper structure, with GMB completely focused, top 3 pack within 3 months. Okay, but you gotta be willing to listen and follow instructions when it comes to content. Content is king. Got to get more content. Once we get the content, we get the structure, we make sure everything's done, advanced schema, etc., and then we can move on. I will send over these reports over to you once we're done here. Let's go back over here. What other ones we got? Okay, that's a different one. Now let's go over. I'm going to do some prospecting. All right, we did 2 audits. I'm going to go to some questions. All right, so if you have questions, make sure to drop them in here. Robert says his clients in the same city showing the same address is too close in his opinion. They're going to be overlapping. Generally, when I get multiple GMBs in a city, I want them to be spread out because I want the GeoGrid to be green in one specific area, and I want to keep spreading my entire dominant area. I don't want to just be in one little area. Okay. Now, prospecting, let's get into that. What do I mean by prospecting? How are we going to go about finding clients? I've already went over a bunch of different stuff and shown you all that. But how do we prospect? For example, there's this wonderful tool in Facebook. It's called Search Bar. I know it seems kind of crazy for most people, but if you go in here, we're going to type in, let's say, roofer, or even, Swip Swap. In the States, you have something called, let's say, Swip Swap, St. Johns County. And I'll go in here and I will join all these different groups. And I go down to groups and I join these groups. And I will look for specific groups sometimes. And once you're in these groups, like this one's a public group, just hit join. And it will take a while to actually, if you will, become involved in the group. But once you're involved in the group and quote unquote you're selling something, you just click sell something. But if I want to find people that maybe they are, let's say, lawn care, right? He's the seller. He's trying to sell in his group mulch, and he's doing lawn care. I could contact these people with the GMB audit. They even give their email, they give their phone number. Here's their page. I can do a live Loom audit just like I did here for this other client. Drop them a Loom audit, send them the reports, and then follow up. How do I follow up? I have a CRM that I use. If you want a good CRM, just message me, and once again, I'll give you a connection on that. But then before I had my CRM, I just used Excel. I would literally open up an Excel sheet and I would type in, for instance, their business name, Richard Kinlaw, his phone number, his email. When did I contact him? Did he respond? Is he interested, not interested, etc. All right. Another way we can find tools is called Facebook Library. So Facebook Ads Library, right? So Google came out with this wonderful little, not Google, but Facebook came out with this wonderful little tool where basically it opened up and made transparent who's running ads, who's not running ads. So I could literally go, okay, I want to look in, let's say, the United States. And I want to choose a specific ad category. But let's say I don't really care. I'm just going to choose all ads, and I'm going to type in roofer. Right? And I want to find roofers that are advertising. So why would I be looking for roofers that are advertising? The easiest way to find people that will want your SEO services, and one of the easiest way I can tell you is this: the easiest money you'll ever make is from people that are already spending money. So if they're already spending money, they're open to spend money likely with you. So if I go to Phil the Roofer here, and I see that he's already running some ads, and I go to Phil the Roofer's website, which is right here, and I run him an audit. I go through his contact us, his services, just like we've already done, just like I show you everyone in class, and I do things step by step and show you guys. This is another way we do it. We go in here, we do the same thing. I see his website is crap. It's a GoDaddy website builder. Number one, he needs a website, and I push that. Number two, I show him SEO, and I show him where he's ranking at and where he's not ranking at. Okay, and then I send him a Loom video. I send him the audit reports, and I'm not a pushy salesperson. I'm giving value. I'm giving him some steps, some things he can do that I would normally charge about $500 just to do the in-depth audit. Okay, and then once he gets that, and I'm not saying, hey, spend money with me. I just go, if you would like help implementing any of this, please contact me. That's all I do. And then I have people call me, sign up, email me based off of the video audits and Loom audits I do. But the key is providing value. So we went here, we seen this roofer. He has these ads. Then we got this one right here. This is just for print. Roofer Grow, growing your roofing business. This is specifically for roofing marketing leads. Someone's actually contacting, trying to generate leads for roofers. They're trying to reach people. Roofers are trying to get leads. Okay. Roofer Grow. A lot of those ads. Link roofing and contracting. Once again, it's another one. We can right click on that, open it. I want to look at the about us information. Do they even have a website? No, they don't even have a damn website listed on here. But let's look them up. Maybe they just don't have it filled out correctly on their Facebook. Well, what do you know? They have that, but they don't have none of that information on their Facebook page. So I could possibly come in and talk to them. Hey, let's get your Facebook page optimized. I'll do it for free. And optimize their profile using microservices like we're discussing, optimizing their profile form, stuff like that. Get your foot in the door. Once you get your foot in the door, then you can discuss, well, I can also do SEO. Well, I can also do web design. And then they've seen what you've already done and the quality. Make sure it's quality work, not just quantity, quality work, and then they'll be willing to give you more work. He only has 2 Google reviews. He has no website. On this one would be one I'd want to wind up contacting him on his actual Facebook page. And if you're a brave soul like I am, you'd wind up calling him up, pitch him an offer. So there are multiple ways to find work. Most people are just unwilling to put in the work. Price Roofing Company. They have a website, right? It's a crappy website, but they got one. We come at them, we do an audit, and then we send them the audit report and everything just like I normally teach everybody. And you'd be surprised how many web jobs you'll get just based off of this tactic. I have students that are just doing this tactic that land jobs on a weekly and sometimes daily basis. Okay, so this is another hidden tactic, if you will, on how to prospect for SEO work and Google My Business work that is literally sitting under everyone's nose, but no one even does it. Elite Roofing in Georgia, here's another one. And we click on it and we look at it. Is it a good site or not? So far, you've seen most of these sites are crap. This one's a decent site. Roofing, Georgia. Not enough content though, especially for a roofer. So you do the audit and then you message it to them. But the key to Facebook ads is I know these people are spending money. If they're spending money, they're going to be willing to spend money with someone like you or me to get better results and more leads. All right, that's about it for today. We did 2 audits and then we did some prospecting techniques. Most importantly, if you're attending these free classes or in any of my courses, one of the things I always put forth is to put into action the things you're learning. Don't just come and listen to someone like me and let me keep going to the bank and making the money off of this stuff. I need y'all to go out and actually implement and put these things into practice, okay? I have several people under my wings I'm teaching this, and every single one of them are having success and getting new clients on a weekly basis, some of which that were spinning their wheels for months and months and months and never getting results, and all they do is start implementing some of this stuff and they're already getting results. So must implement. If all you're doing is coming and learning, it's worthless. You need to implement. Okay, and I want to hear about your successes. Don't just have successes, but come into the group, my Facebook group specifically, right here. We're at almost 80,000 members, and post in here whenever you have a question, or post in here whenever you've had a geogrid go from red to green or red to orange, or you start getting some green and yellows popping in, or hey, I landed my first SEO or GMB lead, and this is how much I made, this is how it feels awesome. I want to hear that stuff. Everybody else in the group wants to hear this stuff because it encourages them that they too can do SEO, they too can succeed, they too can run a good digital agency and get great results. Also, if any of you are on here and have not reached out to my man right here, Kevin Sy, make sure you reach out to him because he has a whole system in which we go over in some of our other classes regarding lead generation and how to get unlimited leads from Google My Business and doing call drops and ringless voicemail. He will actually be on the class later tonight, USA Standard Time, 8 p.m. and he'll be going over, let's see what he's actually going to be teaching. He's probably got it listed right here already. Yep. So he's going to be going over how to generate leads to make them convert and reaching these specific prospects, or Bob, if you will. Bob, the watermelon seller. So I hope to see you guys there tonight. And I appreciate you guys as always as tuning in. Make sure you always comment on YouTube, subscribe on my YouTube channel, and please share it and help get this information out. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great week, and I will see you again later today and free again the next day. All right. And tomorrow we're probably going over, I forget what we go over. If you haven't as well, go into the group. If you go under events, right here we have all our events. So today's Prospecting Wednesday, and tomorrow is just GMB hacks and tips. I'll probably do an audit like I always do, and then I'll show you guys some hacks and tips. All right, be blessed, and I'll see you later. And if you're in my agency class, I will see you in about 45 minutes. Peace out.